global economy clearly declined, and that wasn't because we got poorer, it was because everybody else got richer. That's a good thing. That's part of free trade and international activity and all that. But it did mean that, particularly as China recovered its position in the world, as it sees it, but also as countries like Turkey, India, other places, got their legs back a little bit, and even countries like Germany and France felt that they were stronger than they had been. We've now got a multipolar world. We may be the biggest pole or the largest planet in this solar system, but all the planets do not revolve around us in the same way that they used to. This then leads to the question of, okay, so then how do we structure the world to the extent that we can? Those who believe we are still in a position to structure the world would say we need to be much stronger and more definitive in, let's say, the Middle East. We should have had a stronger, clear-cut policy on Syria and such. And a case, obviously, there's a case to be made for that. The counter case is to say we are in a multipolar world and other people need to take more responsibility for things in their own region that may not, in fact, directly threaten us. And certainly the position of a good chunk of the Bush administration and of the Obama administration has been that the real future is in Asia, not in the Middle East. And the battle, the intellectual dispute, if you will, on the opinion pages of the New York Times and the Washington Post and the Wall Street Journal is basically between people who say the Middle East is still our biggest single challenge and we need a stronger policy there, and those who say, no, the future is in Asia and we really need to be focused on that spot. South China Sea, Vietnam, building a relationship with India vis-a-vis China. So leaving aside the politics of it and who's yelling at who about national defense and security, that's kind of the geographic balance, is the Middle East focused people and the Asia focused people. Personally, analytically, I think we need to have a somewhat more realistic, what's called a realist school of foreign affairs, which is to say, pick the regions that actually directly matter to the United States. We don't have to control everything. And so in that sense, I think some of what the Obama administration has been trying to do in terms of burden sharing and such makes sense. I will say mine is a minority position in the U.S. foreign policy establishment. The larger chunks, both left and right, are more what we classically call the interventionist positions. And they tend to think we really need to have more troops in more places. I tend to see some risks to that, such as what we've gotten into in Afghanistan, where we now don't seem to be able to extricate ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you, Bill. Are there any more questions? We have time for one or two more. I'll do this one, and then I'll come down there for the third question.
I was wondering if you think that the U.S. will ever change from being a democracy into another form of government.
I guess my answer would be no. I think we have, and I guess this fits a bit with my sense that we're not going to see China become a democracy any more than I think we're going to become, a dictatorship or an authoritarian government. There will be, pendulum swings, but I think the nature of our mixed population, our variety of immigrants, different political views, would make it very difficult for any group to acquire a dominant alternative model of thinking. Let me pick one, I know, politically controversial topic that pops up from time to time, and this question of Sharia law, people saying that that's going to become an issue here. I really don't think that makes sense. Sharia law, even within Muslim legal circles, is something that is expected to apply in Muslim countries. There's no expectation that it would apply outside of Muslim countries. And there are, Muslim elected officials in the UK Parliament, in the Canadian Parliament, in our House of Representatives, who are operating out of, in all those three cases, English common law as the basis for civil law. So I think, while I have some concerns about, personally, about the long-term impact of inequality on the well-being of our society, I don't see how that those would be leading to a significant change in the form of our government.
Thank you. We have time for one more question, and then I'll have an announcement before you guys take off.
Hello. The question is, so we need to change our philosophy about how we see ourselves as not just we are special, we are different, instead of, in the past we've seen ourselves as kings, as monarchs. You are peasants, we are rulers.
Yeah.
And so the question is, how do we change our philosophy from we are kings to, what else can this, this global world offer us?
Yeah. One, I think we learned from history, and we see where we have been successful and where we have perhaps not been. Secondly, we recognize one of the things that's made America great is a sense that problems can be fixed, things can be changed, people can do different things. And that's true. It is also true, however, that not all problems get fixed. Some things just persist. And I've often said the difference between Western Europeans, who basically share, we're kind of cousins here, but Western Europeans tend to see big problems, the Middle East, China, social change. They see problems as something to be managed. They're not going to get solved. You got to live with it. You work on them. You're not giving up, but you know they're not going to get solved. Americans think problems are there to be solved. Don't just stand there and do something. Well, that's a great part of our character, but we need to have both sides of our character. We need to know that there are problems that need to be fixed. We also need to know that we can't do it tomorrow, and we got to just move on. And I think a little more, sort of, shall we say, self-awareness on that would help us also look at China, let's say, and recognize it's not going to become a democracy. We can yell about its human rights, we can talk about the virtues of democracy all we want. That's not its cultural history. We don't yell at Saudi Arabia for not letting women drive. Most of us think that's dumb. It's not even, truly obligated by religion. It's a cultural thing. But are we going to change that ourselves? No, we're not. So we don't spend much time yelling at it. There's other problems in the world we also probably should not spend much time yelling about. Do what we do best and lead as an example, rather than thinking that we can export a character that really is unique, exceptional in that sense.
Thank you so much, Bill. You guys join me in thanking Bill for coming to us. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming. I just want to make sure you guys know about what's going on in the rest of the conference. We've got sessions on the hour till 7 o'clock today. There's sessions on texting and driving, on obesity, sections, student research on a number of different areas. So I encourage you to take a look at the rest of the conference. At 11 o'clock, there's several things. There's classroom presentations in 196 on natural disasters, and then there's classroom presentations in FA 194 on adoption. There's a number of poster presentations that are going to be in the lobby, as well as a special session. We have an Inver Hills alumnus, Mike Early, who's speaking, but the room number is printed wrong here. He's speaking about how he became the best news stand-up in Minneapolis. So he'll be in LA 210 if you wanted to go to his talk. It says A. It's not in the activities building. It's right next door in Liberal Arts 210. And again, also pizza is coming at 11:15. So you do have to register to get pizza. You just sign your name on a form under, they'll give you your pizza ticket, and then you can have your pizza. So, any questions about the conference coming up? Thank you so much for your attendance.
Yeah. high school and I took bio, I was pretty good at chemistry.
Chemistry, I'm good at chemistry, and I'm not good at bio.